You're gonna turn your sound up?
No, on the stream so that they can hear us.
Oh, all right,
Like,
all right.
hey, we're live. I don't know what to say. I'm brand new. The little clappy thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I can clap if you want.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
All right, good. We got it.
Woo! Sweet.
This I am still me. You are Gobtube. I
uh,
was gonna say Ossas name, but I went away with it. Um, I did not think the last interview would go as well as it did, but I'm glad that it did. Renegade's amazing.
Now it's
All
time to
you people
crash
are
the ship.
amazing. Yeah. So we were discussing it. This isn't gonna be that good. Compared to hers. My hair is crazy. What the heck? Hold on one second.
Don't frick. Now I want to open the stream, dude.
All right. My headphones, man. Um yeah, so what I thought I would do is just use the same basic like questions
All
for
right.
everyone because
Mm-hmm.
like they're basics, right? Like So and then I have some specific for you as well because I had some specific for her, but I
All
feel
right, cool.
like we have enough to talk about that it'll be fine and we'll shoot for like an hour the same as the last one and yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Well,
Let's do it.
whatever happens. So
Yeah, whatever happens.
uh as I mentioned in the last video, we just ended the chapter. Everyone's hyped on it. Everyone's talking about like all the stuff that happened.
Yep.
Um, I know what you did on the last few days, but for other people, how do you think the end of the chapter was, and like how was the end for you and stuff?
All right. So I haven't been up on on a lot of stories about, other characters. As you said, how Ossas ended his story, let's say. He's more like he's there to help others' stories, I'd like to think. Um so like I think some I well, this is my first season slash chapter slash whatever on the server. So it's like I had no idea what to expect, but I've seen that a lot of people were just throwing themselves at the Navy and at
Yeah,
each other just on a murderous rampage. And I was like, Jesus, where was all this hate before?
yeah,
But I mean, I don't think that's necessarily bad. I just think it's an interesting behavior from people that haven't been doing much uh before the announcement.
right. Um,
Um, yeah, go on ahead.
oh well, I was gonna ask like, so you finished up the thing with Godiva. Did you have
Right? Yeah.
other stories going at the same time, or
Not really. Like Osis was just basically living and meeting people, mainly just introducing himself,
yeah,
because I love that part. It's so good. But yeah, he didn't really have other like branches on his story. Let's say there was like this incident with Kindred that I wanted to follow up a little bit, but ended up not really following it or going after it. Um, which was the whole like curse thing, right?
right,
But as I said before, not here, as I said before, weeks past, the whole curse thing is like it puts the RP on a person on the target. So basically, if I get cursed, I can just interpret the curse however I want. I can gimp my character based on it. I can improve RP. I can give myself like a reason to do things if I need that,
right.
or I could just. So it's really up to the player who is being cursed to know how to proceed, right? Which I think is the really cool part about the whole curse thing. Um, uh, who was it? It was Captain Paxton from Kindred. I think his username on Twitch is Chris W2K15. I'm pretty much sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. There's like some underscores in between, like somewhere. I don't remember. I wish I did. All right, so yeah, so I cursed his character, Captain Paxton. He later you messed that up. So later I uh he contacted me, or actually I went to his stream and he said, "Yeah, good job with the curse. It was pretty funny. Your curse has been like affecting my character a little bit," and I was like, "Hey, that's pretty cool." So he lost like a ship or two after the curse, and he's been like attributing that to the curse. But I unfortunately didn't, follow that through. I prefer to, solve Godiva's issue and finish her story because she needed somebody to, perform a part of that ritual.
Right.
I think she mentioned on her interview. So yeah, water time.
All right. He drinks water weird. Don't mention it, even though we just did.
Yeah.
So we touched on like a ton of questions that I have for you, and for you specifically,
Oh.
like that I could go with. So I guess I'll just go with the very late start thing. Do you think that starting super late in this chapter affected the things you could get into and like how much people were even willing to let you into their stories?
This last part, surprisingly not. I'm gonna be honest. So I think people were pretty open to my character story wise, not literally story wise, Cove. I mean, uh, so yeah, people were pretty open to Ossa's being a part of their story, even though I joined late, which was pretty cool. I didn't feel that click thing going on, which is pretty good on a role playing community, right?
Sure.
So I just kind of like went sailing. So I really regret not joining earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because only had like 1 month and in a week to play on DarksideRP. But I made the best of of that time. I was sailing around. I was talking to all sorts of people from all over the grids. I was introducing myself like crazy. That's like my main thing with the character. My name is Ossas, which was like the best thing ever to see everybody's reaction to that. It's like 90% of the people were just, can I call you like something else?
Yeah.
Which is so funny. I so yeah, while I regret joining late because I couldn't, follow a very complex story, since it was basically just me meeting a lot of people and helping who I can and involving myself in their story and day-to-day lives, basically. There wasn't really a lot of drama, a lot of, um, deep relationships. I think I got into as Osa. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So that's another one I have actually. Your name, you said you love introducing yourself and all of that junk.
Yeah.
And you're always going to have fun with it, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's clearly a good icebreaker, but did you think people were like using it as a gimmick, or did you just accept that they might be and then you were in their story anyway, so it didn't matter? You know what I mean?
Wait, you're talking about what exactly?
So like you introduce yourself, but there's a lot
Right.
of times that I've seen people who are like, "Hey, you gotta listen to this guy say his name." Do you think
Oh yeah, for sure. Like every time, especially at the Navy.
do you think that like gimmicky kind of thing like worked to
Uh-huh.
just put you in there? You know what I mean? Like
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Yeah, I think the name definitely helped. It's it's not every day that you see like someone introducing someone and be like, "Oh yeah, my name is this really huge, complicated thing," and then just silence.
yeah.
It's not. Sometimes I introduce myself and just follow up with but you can call me Ossas.
Right.
But sometimes I'm just like dead silent just to see the reaction. Yeah, right. Flutter, I need to address this as well.
Yeah.
It's not an original name. I'm not that creative. It's a meme that I thought was pretty funny to have that meme, that name as an RP name, you know? So at the end of the day, ban me.
uh, beyond just the name, how did you like when you created Ossas? Did you have like, okay, this is the meme, this is the idea? Do you have other ideas that he could do or any plan?
Like zero plans. I only had the accent
Yeah.
and the name. Well, and the whole character, you know, his physique, his appearance, and all that. Um, that's not vodka. Otherwise, would be speaking in a Russian accent. That's not going to happen. So, so I didn't have anything but the name, the accent, and the appearance of the character.
Mhm.
I wasn't even like aware, well, not aware, but I didn't even have plans to be a shaman or all of that stuff. You know what actually made me want to be a shaman?
Oh no. What?
Day one. Day one.
Okay, I was there.
Meeting Robin, yeah, meeting Robin and Boxer. And he was like, yeah, let me buy you some clothes. And you buy me the most colorful, tribal, like over the top clothing. And I was like, dude, what if I was like a shaman kind of character? Just this
Dang
really wonky and yeah. So pretty much basically you created my whole premise for my character. So thank you.
So on that, I was looking in the shop and I was like, man, there's so many like different styles in here, but I didn't know anything about you. So
Right.
I only had to go with your accent. That's all I had. And I was like, I don't know where he's going from here, so I guess I'll just do tribally kind of something and he can change them, right? You could take the skins off, but you never did. So you,
Right,
yeah.
right. I never did. I loved armor. It was so out there, you know. It was
Yeah.
it was so good. I loved it.
Well,
Yeah,
Luna made all that stuff and she always made sets.
true.
And I wanted to just buy you a set because I had all that gold from Vivi. And I didn't like she was always like outfitting new players and stuff, so I wanted to do that because you
Right.
were a new player, clearly. And I didn't even think that you couldn't wear them. I didn't think that like it would do anything. I was just like, I'm gonna buy these clothes and throw them that way. And then you had to like learn all the skills and junk to wear them, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh no.
yeah. I had a bunch of points saved up, so it's fine. Like it's all right.
Uh,
Honestly, I finished the server, like the chapter, the season. I finished it with 107 points remaining. So
right.
clearly I wasn't playing to, you know, be effective.
Yeah, for sure. Um uh so that's in order. Hold on real quick. Uh
Right.
Johnny is Graves, Renegade is Godiva, of course, Trinkaria plays Sister, Flutter plays Vivi, Ibite is Biscuit, and Captain Jack is Flameheart. And Hidalgo is Bernard. I don't know if you know those people, but they know you.
I know some of them. Yeah.
So speaking of like names like this and talking to people like this, do you think that your
Right.
interaction with Discord changed the way people saw you in the game?
Ooh. You know what? I don't think so. Because I had, well, I guess I'm streamlining everything now,
Yeah.
but I had so many usernames that I started on the server as Royal N,
Right.
which was like a really old username of mine. But like I'm streamlining everything as Gobtube right now. So yeah, everyone, put away your paintbrushes. So yeah, So I don't know. I guess the Thomas the Tank Engine picture could have helped. I'm not too sure,
Hmm.
honestly. I am trying, to be active in Discord and make friends and all that cool stuff. Because you guys seem like you're awesome. Like you're really cool, really inviting. So I was like, hey, this community's pretty good. I'm gonna try and join.
Nice.
Just that foreign person trying to fit in just over there. I knew it should have been Gobtube for racism.
So
Like,
that's actually a
no.
question that I was gonna have later on, but it works now.
Oh no. All
We
right.
I said in the last interview that Flutter was there when you
Yeah.
showed up, and
Uh-huh.
it was very scary. And if Robin hadn't been there, I would have left. Honestly, I would have left you alone. Um, because
Flutter. Wait, one. Flutter. That's not what that means. All right. I never said that. Good lord. All right. Go on.
um,
Sorry.
so your character is over the top, like a lot of characters are,
Yes.
but it didn't seem like fake. It seemed like a real person, a real character. You know what I mean? So did you play him
Right.
in a way that was like to avoid any sort of racism, or did you play him in a certain way that you were worried about that stuff?
Right. So I'm gonna be honest and say that I wasn't worried. I was just playing a character. I
Yeah.
wanted to have fun. I'm not afraid to be accidentally racist because I'm not racist. So I trust myself not to, offend anybody. I'm just playing a character that I think is cool, and I want to just have fun, with it. I wasn't really worried about it that much so that I only learned that I could have been banned and you know only like 3 weeks into the season or something. So yeah.
Well, the point was that as soon as you said like two sentences, we were like, where is this gonna go? But it was fine,
Yeah,
so
in hindsight, I don't know. Hmm, I mean, I wanted to play the character and I
yeah,
like the accent. So like, what else I was gonna do? I can't
right,
just work up the accent like slowly. It
right.
has to, it's weird.
Yeah, I agree. So let me go back a little bit. Um I'll just run with this. So have you been on other communities or done other RP? You seem pretty in depth, I guess. Uh, and
Right.
how do you think Discord is? I guess, or not Discord. Darkside is great. Yeah.
It is great. So let's address the first question again.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to answer that, I played on the first. Well, it's not my first. All right, so let's go from the first to the
Okay.
latest, which is Darkside. So the first was basically just tabletop RPGs, just like Neopets. No, it wasn't Neopet RP. Um, I too played Neopets, legit,
Everyone, shout
honestly.
out to Neopets.
Shout out to Neopets slash exclamation mark. Yeah, there you go. Neopets. All right. So the first was just tabletop RPGs. Me and my friends would come up with back in the day, just like creating systems, just overall like playing Pathfinder, D&D, that sort of stuff. So that was my first contact with RP. Even though back in the day didn't really RP as much as I like basically crushed the numbers and saw like how much damage I did to a
Yeah.
fictional like monster or whatever. So yeah. So later I joined this. Oh god, here you go. It's an embarrassing time. I guess I don't know. Depends. I joined this Minecraft server
Perfect. Didn't
back
we all?
in 2013. Well, that one was kind of special. It was from a community. The whole thing was named Lords of Minecraft. and it had like all these districts and city building and like these like mayors or whatever, those leaders and serfs and kingdoms and whatever. And it was basically like a tiny little role play, just not really serious. Well, it's Minecraft, so
Right.
not really serious, just kind of finicky, gimmicky role play thing going on the server. I liked it a lot. So that was my first time trying to interpret an actual character instead of, doing the dice game on freaking tabletop RPGs.
Right.
Yeah. So so after that, let's see, role playing. So I kept doing the whole tabletop things, but I was more focused on the characters and the whole acting part of it. And I've always liked doing accents and trying to do accents and stuff. So I just kept like trying accents and different characters and like all that junk. It's starting to talk like you actually. Say all that junk.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I do say
it's
junk a
addictive.
lot. I'm so sorry.
I think we all get that it's not junk like as an actual word.
Yeah, I
It's
know. I know.
more vodka. It's not a vodka flirt.
Um.
So
Yeah.
no, yeah. Let me just think about it. Other RP. So I haven't ever played a survival game RP server. I only played. I haven't played much survival games at all. I only played DayZ prior to back in the day when it came out, and a bit on the Arma 2 mod. I played a little bit of that. So, but it wasn't RP, so I just treated it as a game, So there wasn't like characters, there wasn't meta or what all that stuff. So yeah, later I think I joined Atlas. I played a little
I'm
bit at
watching you
launch,
watch
got
me.
pretty disappointed,
And I
as
like
I
it.
think most people did.
Uh.
But kept playing for a month, and then I joined Darkside, and damn, what a good game!
Yeah.
Darkside turned the game around for me. So.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna put these bits in my butt.
All right. Thanks, Flutter. Great. Um. I should have turned the sounds off too. I turned off the alerts, but not the sounds. Sorry.
The bit sound is awesome. Just leave that on. It's amazing.
Just don't donate anything or do anything. Everybody.
I'm
there
not
we
gonna
go.
put these bits in my butt.
It has begun. The bit apocalypse.
I should also up that from 1, but it's funny, so I don't care. You've been in it sounds like smaller, like lesser hardcore communities, excuse me. How do you think, Darkside is? Obviously it's great because we all think it's great, but like what do you think is great about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So compared to the smallest RP communities I've been to, 1 or 2 at best.
Right.
It feels more inviting. Most communities, I think, have that problem where people form cliques, really, really tight cliques that you try and get into, but you always feel like the outsider. Haven't had that problem with Darkside community, which is awesome, to be honest, for a new guy like me. Sounds like some people can relate to the tight clicks over there. But yeah, it's something that happens, and it's kind of hard to avoid, honestly. You need to be really aware of it, I think. I don't blame people who form cliques. It kind of just happens, right? You find friends, you become really good friends with those people, and then you just kind of like close yourselves on your like inside jokes and close yourself in your everything. So yeah, didn't seem to happen on Darkside unless there's like a secret whitelist server that I'm not on.
There might be, but
I'm just kidding. But yeah,
It's- yeah.
community seems great compared to others. Also bigger, like so much bigger than the most communities I've been into. So yeah, and still like pretty well moderated and stuff. So I was quite impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty.
I agree. So on your accents and stuff, I've heard you do the Russian
All right.
one on your
Oh, yeah,
stream and
just did.
stuff. By the way, this person streams as well. Anyway,
Sometimes.
you said that you started doing your accents just for fun and stuff, but do you have a whole bunch
Yeah.
of them, or some that you like more than others?
Yeah, I try. Like most of them are either pretty stupid, like exaggerated, to the point where they might be offensive.
Right.
I guess most of them are. I'm not a native English speaker. I'm from Le Brésil, so yeah, my own accent is like I learned English mostly from the internet. So it's like Frankenstein. I learned some words from a YouTuber guy that was like Dutch. Like I usually say utter instead of other, if that makes sense. So that kind of sounds like
Gotcha.
a bit Dutch-ish. So there was this other Swedish guy that I learned some of my English from, and then just it's like basically Frankenstein. So I think I got most of my accents doing that, like just learning from different sources. And since my base, my like base level English is learning sources with all sorts of different accents, it feels like I don't know, have tons of accents to do, but it's really not that much, I don't think. I like the stereotypical Italian one. I like the Russian one, even though I feel like it's pretty exaggerated. African one, which is what I try to do with Ossas. I think it's so cool. It's such a cool accent. Let's see. I can do the Brazilian accent, of course.
Of course.
It's quite cute, actually. I think people think it's cute. So yeah, my brother has a friend from Brazil. I just sorry, I kind of want to read chat, and whenever I see it, super new to the States. Funniest but naive questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine. So yeah, I like doing accents. I think I have like a small amount of accents I can do well, a huge amount I can do poorly. But it's just for fun. Just not just using it all.
So you're
water time.
Yeah, great. Announce it every time. Water time.
Stay hydrated. Water time.
I don't have hydrate bot, so it's you or nothing.
All right, I'm the hydrate bot now. If you don't hydrate, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna beat you up with this water jug right here. All right, tea works.
You're streaming now, obviously. We're streaming currently. And you, I know, watch some streams now of the community.
Yeah.
Is there anything that other people are doing that you or we all should do?
Shit.
Yeah.
Right, so again, you influenced my streams because when I saw your stream and what you do with the camera, the whole like camera, the backspace thing where you turn to your character, I started trying to do that. The whole like play without the HUD, I'm starting to do that as well. It feels cleaner. It's cooler. So
Agree.
Yeah. I'm starting to do that. So that's one thing that I learned from the community, namely yourself, to do on my streams to make it better. Now, let's see. Things I've seen, other than this, of course, on other people's stream that might improve them. Let me see. So, of course, some people like to play with camera, like webcam on. I feel like that's That's really an option. It's good with or without, but for example, Van stream, like he turns on and off his webcam according to like the the contacts and all that.
Right.
So I think that's a really cool thing to whoever like likes using webcams and stuff, like just turning it on and off and having sort of, like sound effects and visual effects and all that sort of stuff to just like start doing in the middle of the stream,
Right.
just like funny music, just a really big zoom on his face, which is so funny. So yeah, that stuff is yeah, I think just more control over sound and webcam and visual
Right.
effects is pretty good.
I agree.
Would be a nice one.
Shrimps, I also agree that the camera switching back and forth is too much, but I can never find the right like way to see both characters, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm still switching back and forth. I'm working on trying to get it to where you could just watch both characters' faces at the same time, but it's so difficult. Otherwise, you're just looking at the back of your character all the time and you never see them speak. So, I don't know. We're all working on it, Shrimps, don't worry.
I tried doing that on Conan because I've been playing Conan recently. Trying Conan actually because I never played it before. So I tried doing the whole like camera switch, but Conan doesn't save the position of your free camera without the HUD and stuff. So every time I switch, I have to like zoom in on his face, on Ossas' face. So it doesn't really work. Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess back to the season. Everyone, okay. If you're drinking water this much, he's talking a lot. You're probably just chilling. Maybe you need to slow down on the water. Everyone else. Anyway.
Never slow down on the water. Stay hydrated. Kill yourself with water.
Are there any like obviously you started late, so you don't even maybe know what happened early on, but are there any events that were going on that you missed out on that you wished you had been a part of?
I guess I could say the whole Navy. I have no idea how Navy works. I was so curious, which is why I started watching Navy stream. I watched Nefertiti, I watched Firebane, I watched some of oh no, now I forgot names. Now I'm gonna feel bad. But I watched some Navy streams. So today all right, so I was really curious about how was role playing the Navy and stuff. I like from the first week, people told me, "Oh yeah, Navy get landlocked a lot," and I was like, "What? It's the Navy. It's not the Army." What? So I was really curious from the start how it works, which is like basically why I started watching Navy streams. So I kind of got like now I have a small understanding of how it works. Not too sure on the whole hierarchy and different branches. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't really explain something I don't know. But I'm really curious about the whole Navy aspect of the thing. So let's see. Other events that I am aware of at the end of the season that I wish I could participate. I wish I had participated on the last war against Kindred, but Ossas wasn't a character to participate in war, right? So he, as soon as he joined the Sleepless, 2 days later they're like, "All right, let's go to war," and Ossas just like, "No," just left. So yeah, that wasn't really. I wasn't happy with that out of character, but in character, I was,
That is a good point. Yeah. You should have gone. I wish you had been to Ladies' Night. It's I don't know if you know about Ladies' Night at all. Have you seen any of those clips or anything?
I think didn't you send me, or was it you that sent me like Ladies' Night clips? Or,
maybe
someone else. I have no idea. Even like I haven't seen them,
Okay.
so I'm sorry.
Basically, they
I
built
think
this.
someone sent me.
They built this giant building, right? And then they would just run like actual shows. Like to me, it was real shows because they had like a stage and they would open the doors and behind the stage was a backdrop that was different every week, and they practiced choreography every week, and they
Right.
sang and like all of that stuff. I think that is like legit. um and they always chose like songs that were like similar to sing to but not the exact song so that we could all stream it and it wouldn't get muted. Like
Ah, cool.
they put in a lot of work. Those people are great.
Yeah, for
All of
sure.
those clips from everywhere are great. um Admiral Bane went to one, of course. But
Cool.
it would have been interesting to see Ossas there. That's true.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, see, that's one of the many regrets
Yeah.
as to like I joined late. I hate it. I wish I joined at the beginning, whenever it was, like January. I don't know. I wish I joined at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Agree. do do you think that, I mean, I already know what your sort of plan is, but like do you think that this season has changed how you're going to play Ossas and what you're going to do next season and stuff like that?
So, all right. Ooh, all right. Let's see. The longer the wait,
Yeah.
the more ideas I keep having, and
Yep.
the more like I'm thinking, should I really play Osis again? I really like the character, but I want to try these other characters I have in mind. So I don't know, dude. It's yes, there are changes planned for Osis. Yes, I will say that if I play Osas again, he's gonna be changed. He's not gonna be as a pacifist anymore. He's gonna be a bit more sinister, I think. Maybe a bit more fanatical. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's yeah. So, but that is if I come back as Osas. When the season ended, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm coming back as Osas. I
Right.
was not done with Osas, right? So I only played for a month. I really, 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 really want to play Osas again.
Right.
Right now, I'm starting to wonder if I shouldn't let Osas rest for a bit and try other characters in the beginning of the season. I know people have been playing the same character, like freaking for the since the beginning, right?
Right.
And I'm not too sure I can do that. I just like the idea of creating characters too much, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
So
I feel kind of the same way.
it's a hard one. It's really a hard one. So I had an idea to make like like a whole like communist character that had his own company, and just to use my Russian accent
Right.
and just like spread the communist manifesto everywhere and like preach at the Navy docks and do all
Oh
that sort
man.
of stuff. That would have been so cool. I mean, not would have been. That could be so cool. I still haven't, gave up on that idea. And I would have like the hammer and sickle on my sails or whatever. So yeah, that would have been like an interesting character to play for sure.
I'm pretty sure I saw the hammer and sickle on a sail. Was it a sail or a flame flag? I think I saw one.
I've seen the hammer and sickle on Vodka.
Right, yeah,
From
that's
that
it.
girl. Yeah, she has a like a USSR tattoo.
Right, yeah. Yeah. That's so funny. Um what sort of characters that you've met now did you enjoy playing with, and like who do you think is fun as a character to play with? You know what I mean? Like what type of character?
Right. So this is this is kind of interesting because I was as much as I didn't join any company, save for like the sleepless for 2 days,
Right.
but that doesn't really count, I don't think. But save from that, I've not joined a company the whole time. I was just sailing around and doing stuff. I wanted to join the Boxer Boys in the last few days, but I couldn't find you. So
Yeah, sorry.
no, it's all right. I just wanted like Ossas to end and be like, well, he's joined the boys. That's his story done. But I guess he's just like wandering as he always did. So that's fine too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so even though I wasn't on a company, I spent most of my times on what was it, D5?
Mhm.
On D5 with
Yep.
the Knights of the Rifle, right? So I've had lots of contact with you, with Mythicles, with Foster, Jeffrey, all those characters, and they were pretty like lighthearted. So
Right.
they weren't really serious, right? So I thought that like that fun, kind of character, just not too serious. I think that was my preferred my preferred type of character to interact with, right? But that was just because Ossas himself is very over the top, and he
Right.
also can be really like really gimmicky and just weird. If I were playing like a serious character, that might have changed, right? I might have preferred the serious characters, the more drama oriented. But I haven't really, like I basically play to I play to have fun and laugh pretty much.
Right.
So those kinds of lighthearted characters are my go-to most
Yeah.
most of the times. Yeah.
I agree. Also, I feel like we're very similar as players. So after you answer a question, I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's the way it is. Yeah.
I guess.
What
Sorry, Toro.
sorry. What who would you have liked to see more of, I guess? Like you've seen a bunch of streams and stuff and you already said the Navy, but like are there stories that were going on that you were like, wow, that's so interesting, but my ship is going the other way, so I have no idea what's going to happen there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Apart from the last war, which I guess fits the whole the Navy thing.
Right.
I don't think so. Unless my memory is really, really crap, which I think it is. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember if there's a storyline that was going on that I know of that I really wanted to participate or to know about. I don't think I remember right now. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
That's cool. Hey, Preceptor's here.
Hi.
That's Edward. Do you since I asked Renegade, do you have any questions about my story because I know it, or Robin that I can't answer, or Elizabeth?
Well, I watched the interview with Renegade, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I
Covered.
think I kind of have the answers, right? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what was in the house that you met us at the very first time when you walked up?
I think you mentioned like it was a vacation house. You mentioned that in character,
Yeah.
but it was like filled with loot and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it was completely unlocked and filled with gold and all this random stuff. And you walked up and I was like,
Jeez.
"Oh shoot."
So
Read
yeah,
the letter. Oh my god. That would take me a while. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I'm just like thinking if like I was new to the server. I was just like checking the place out, the island out. I think if I saw that thing unlocked with like tons of golden shit, I don't know if I would have resisted, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta be honest. I think since I was so new to the server, I didn't know the need to leave a note. I don't even think I knew about notes and shit. Maybe I did. I think I did because I saw Luna's shop first. So yeah, I wouldn't have thought of placing a note and shit. So I would have just swooped everything and just ran.
Right. Yeah, that's
maybe just buy everything on Luna's shop and peace out.
Flutter makes a good point. Like the fact that we're spawning all over the place instead of at free ports, like you could have spawned on the German island and not seen anyone, or
oh, I actually spawned on the island south of the Knights of the Rifle Island.
Spanish Navy
the one
Island.
With the skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just took a raft and was like, all right, let's check out this island and that island, because I saw that it had like the name of the company and shit. So I was like, all right, let's go check it out.
That's cool. Dope.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm out of questions.
Really?
Yeah. Anyone?
Can I turn the interview on you?
Yeah, sure. And if anyone has questions for him, you're welcome to ask him in chat. But yeah, what's up?
I wanna know about the character. I wanna know about Maddie or Pierre or whatever.
I'll tell you about Pierre then.
All right, cool.
The gay pudding dance thing, like that was a joke first off, but
yeah.
It was so like funny that
yeah,
if we're going to do a short season, then I think having like a very over the top character, just for a short amount of time that afterwards you can relax, I think that's good. So I would do Pierre as the gay pudding dance guy, but not the low voice, because I was doing Boxster as Pierre. You know what I mean? Like that's too many layers. I can't do that all the time. It was killing me then. So yeah, I think it would be funny to just make like a small place, call it Red Dick's Backdoor. Pierre works there. And then just, invite people in, do crazy junk, and have them leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's Pierre.
I'm watching you watch me.
Yeah, with the whole layers thing, when I was hiding from Kindred as Ossas, and I came up with this stupid somebody from the bushes thing. It was so hard to do, like Ossas accent, trying another accent. Like it's about, there's so many layers you can go, right? Without it being so hard to do.
But it made it really fun to try. Like, do you have to keep your first accent as your focus, So I like that.
Yeah. It's pretty hard. It was pretty hard. I tried doing like a like a cowboy lingo with the African accent. Didn't work, but it was funny. So I guess that's that. Let's see. Tor asks, when you went to report Kindred to the Navy, what exactly did you say?
Yeah, good question.
I think I just said like, all right, so who was, I think Robin told Ossas that it was Kindred, and Ossas was like, wait a minute, I know those ships. I was pirated by one of them. So he connected the dots and was like, all right, so these are Kindred. Cool. Not cool, actually. Not cool.
Right.
So he went straight to the Navy, and when he got there, he was like, all right, here's the deal. There's Kindred is attacking the Paint Night event over at that place. All sorts of shit is going down. They're telling they're going to pirate everybody who leaves and all that junk. See, all that junk. It's your fault.
I'm watching you watch me.
It's fine. So, yeah, that's what I said to the Navy. Not cool. Yeah. So that's what I said to the Navy. I specifically said Kindred. But when Kindred stopped Ossas, put a gun in his face and was like, all right, why did you freaking tell the Navy we were there? And I was like, all right, first of all, there's a so this is kind of like a small arc in Ossas' story, which I thought
Right.
was so fun. But I'll get to that in a bit. So first of all, Ossas thought, all right, somebody like snitched me, and somebody like that knew I was going to the Navy to report them. But when he was like confronted with a gun on his head, he said that the rum runners got there first to try and save his own skin. So that's why Ossas caused a lot of trouble for Mira. Like
Yeah.
a lot of trouble. So I was one of the causes for the last war, I think. Me, I think Brody, which is Brando TV's character. Yeah, you told me that Mira threw my ass under the bus for like Mira said Ossas told told the Navy. So it was just everybody throwing everybody under the bus. Nobody cared about anything.
Yeah.
So speaking of this small arc on Ossas' story, it was like the investigation arc, I'd like to think. Yeah, Brody started it all. Actually, we'll get there. So so funny. Like this just spontaneous story that just happens. It's so cool.
Right.
That's one of the best parts of RP, I think. Skippy, hello. So here's the thing. Uh, right. So Ossas knew there was a somebody who knew he was going to report Kinder to the Navy that snitched on him. So he made he made a list of every potential person that could be a snitch
Mhm.
and tried to investigate at his like best. So I like who was I think it's Zenobia is the person. Scarlet from Storywise is the character.
Oh, okay.
She was one of the main suspects because she was there. She was like writing a gossip magazine, so she was asking all sorts of questions every time. That was pretty suspicious. So she was like suspect number one.
Mm-hmm.
Mira was also a suspect. So yeah. Um let's see, there was like a bunch of suspects. One of the only people that were not a suspect was Boxer and the Knights of the Rifle, and I think Robin was a suspect because
Yep.
he didn't know her.
No one trusts Robin. That's fine.
But yeah, the only person that he trusted that he was like, nah, that just don't make no sense was Boxer.
When
Yeah, go on.
when you went through the list, you told me out of character that you needed me or something like that, and I didn't want to get involved, and then and then you cornered me at that random tiny island that they had put those signs on, and I was like, how did this even happen? I don't understand. Like, I was sailing back like an idiot, and I was like, what are these signs? And then I saw your ship, and you were like, you know what these signs are? And I was like, no. And then you went, let me hit you with this list. 1 second. Let me flip through to the beginning.
the good old questionnaire.
And I spent so much time trying not to remember things, and then you started asking me questions, and I wanted to tell you the truth, and you just melted my brain because I had no idea what I was supposed to remember. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, like what is meta and what is not meta.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's hard.
Exactly.
That's hard. It's pretty hard.
Well, it's
that's funny.
I'm not gonna put these bits in my butt.
Do.
Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Skippy, Monkey Eden, thank you. That is a lot. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. I will not share them with Gob, but if I could,
What? How dare you?
if I could just split those, I would, but I can't. So
Thank you.
the thought that counts. Were Lily or Gregor the two sort of? Well, I don't know if Gregor was new. Were they on your list of suspects?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I went back on my own VOD and I was looking through the people that were there that Ossas knew was there, and that he knew the names of, because it wouldn't make sense to add someone he doesn't know to the list, right? So it was like, all right, Croc is on the list because he knows Croc, and Croc was there. He heard Vivi say like, all right, go to the Navy, report that, and then like, so everybody on that little island that people were waiting at the paint night event place. I just skimmed through and all right, I know that person, that person, that person. And the people that were at the Navy docks. For some reason, I completely went over Brody's existence for the most part. Yeah. And he was the snitch, so
of course.
Like, good job, you're a great investigator. So that was pretty fun. It didn't help that I found a suspicious letter from Kindred on Scarlet's ship when I was investigating. So it addressed Mira as well, I think. Well, at least one Mira. I'm not too sure if there were multiple Mira. So I was like, all right, this is weird. It's all tied up, you know.
Right.
So I completely went over Brody, but when I joined the sleepless for like the whole incredible 2 days, they told me it was the Scotsman who snitched. So Ossas was like, "Oh, I'm dumb." So yeah.
Yeah.
Fake mirror from Storywise. Shit. So people in chat kept telling me, "Oh, you don't know about Mira? Oh man, you don't know about Mira." And I kept thinking it was Mira from the Rum Runner. So I was thinking like, all right, does she have a split personality? I don't know her character. So I was like trying to figure stuff out that, you know, I had no idea.
Yeah. I actually saw that. That's funny. Also, you made me think of this. I've never ever done it except for during the Murder Palace. But do you go back and watch your VODs to try and remember things that happened, or was it just that specific incident?
It was just that specific one. I normally just go back to VODs to clip moments.
Right.
Mainly the introducing myself moments, right? I think I missed like a bunch near the end because I was like busy with school and shit. But yeah, I missed a bunch of clips, but mainly I just go back. I just go back and clip stuff. I don't really use my VODs to refer to knowledge much. I think one other instance where I did refer to my VODs were when I was doing one of the reports at the Navy, like Kindred, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to remember what the sails looked like.
Right.
Because I saw the sails. So I went back to the VOD and I watched it, but I was like, man, this feels cheap. If I don't remember what the sails are like, maybe I shouldn't know like the whole thing. So I was like, all right, let me just remove the most notable like part of the sails. So it was Paxton's ship. So it was like black sails with a skull and a red beard. Right. I was like, all right, I'm not going to mention that. I'm just going to let them figure it out. I don't know. So, yeah, I kind of gimped myself there with the knowledge. And then I was like, all right, there's New Life Rule as well. So I shouldn't remember that anyway. So.
Right.
But,
so I have thoughts on that. But Flutter is DMing me, as she did during the last one, pictures of us in Snapchat filters now.
I saw that.
Yeah. So thank you.
I have crazy eyes with that one. Thank you, Flutter. I appreciate it.
I think the thing about going back and watching that's okay is that for us, we spent. You said you don't remember it with NLR, so that was less than 15 minutes. But for Ossas, he was there for what, a day maybe total? Or not a day, but like hours and hours and hours. So I feel like if Boxster or Ossas or whoever was there for a significant amount of time, that they would know, even if you can't remember what someone said or what was over here or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure.
that's a tricky slope, but luckily you didn't have to worry about it anyway because you died.
Yeah, true. I think when I died, when I was doing the whole curse thing, people in chat was like, "All right, it's cool. It's considered ship battle or whatever. You can respawn and get your stuff or whatever."
Right.
So yeah, I was good there, but with the whole memory thing, I think it was more like a choice. It was all right. Well, I got shot in the head, right?
Right.
And I didn't, I wasn't gonna use an eye patch. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing any sort of permanent damage to Ossass for that. So I was just like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to play my bad memory on freaking getting shot.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I, of course, don't have to deal with that at all because I try and remember nothing. Or did. I don't know what I'm going to do with my future characters. I'm going to have to...
How long have you been playing Boxster?
Boxster started halfway through last chapter. Because my first character died, or I just let him go or whatever. So he started, and I started him just like you did. I gave him an accent.
Right, yeah.
Boxster originally sounded like...
Can you do it?
It was kind of high. It was like, oh, hoi, hoi. No, that's too high. Oh, hoi, hoi. I don't even care. No, that's too much accent. Anyway, it was like high pitched like that, right? So,
really?
Yeah, that's what he sounded like originally. So if we wipe everything that's happened, Boxster doesn't even exist. You know, like no one's gonna know who he is. Like I said in the previous interview, because he didn't even sound like that. So, but yeah, we're laughing at the Snapchat filters still.
Flutter, why?
I spent a lot of my time playing exactly like you played as Boxster. I had sailed around a long time and just lost junk. And I actually had a hut just like yours, same sort of thing. So
really?
yeah,
we're hole and everything.
Well, no, but I built it, and
I'm watching you watch me,
and I like it.
Yeah, you can post those. I don't care. It has your tabs open at the top though, so if you got tabs open that you shouldn't, maybe crop that out. Anyway, I built the hut because there weren't prefabs at that point, so there were like holes in it that you could like rain would come in and stuff, and I was like, this is a terrible hut. I'm suck at life. I suck at building and everything. So yeah.
What do you mean your ships are perfect?
The best thing about my ships is that like they sail up and you're like, Boxster must have built that. Like, what is wrong with that ship? Even if it wasn't mine, I would be like,
middle of the deck
did I build that? What? Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, speaking of ships, I had so much plans for the ceremonial ship.
Yeah, it was gonna be so good.
I was gonna sail around doing like rituals and shit.
Yeah.
Just meeting people and doing rituals at sea. I don't know. That was gonna be like some sort of gimmick with Ossass. Never really went through because I got like tired of painting the ship.
Yeah.
Besides, when I finally got to paint the ship, that's when Kindred showed up and put a gun in my head. So I keep putting it off, and when I finally decide, you know what, let's go ahead and paint the ship finally. So I make all the paint and I go and I start painting the ship. When I look up, oh shit, what are those 3 ships with blacks? Oh no.
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, that's what happened. Ceremonial ship never happened. That was gonna be cool.
The ship before the Cinnamon also had those ramps sticking out the bottom. It was pretty constant, so those are my ships. Also, you did build me a ship and I didn't use it. I started to use it, but it was too slow, I felt like. So sorry, Scar. But it was a major point of RP because that was the Elizabeth sex dungeon room. Not with Elizabeth that she suggested. Not with Elizabeth. Not with Elizabeth.
Come again? The what now?
Because when Boxster and Robin first started dating, I was like, when she Oh God.
Go on.
Look, when Boxer and Robin first started dating, she then took a vacation after Vivi took a vacation on the island.
Right.
So I wanted to use the God Brig like a touring kind of thing, just to like take us on adventures and stuff. And I said to Elizabeth, "What do you think I should put into this room that I'm putting in the bottom? You know,
So
to make
that's
it
what
like,
the whole like fuzzy handcuffs come from.
yeah, to make it like
Gotcha.
nice and fun and all that junk." I put up a bunch of paintings and put our specific paintings on them. And then Elizabeth is like,
Right.
"Well, here's what you need. You need handcuffs, but you got to make them fuzzy because, you don't want to have like welts or anything. And you got to put pudding in there, and then you could lay down some canvases and smear them all over each other and wrestle. And then you definitely need oil because at the beginning you're gonna want the candles and the oil." And so like I put all this junk into this freaking room, and then
Oh shit.
Boxer took Robin down there and he was like, "Look at this room." And she was like, "I'm gonna sleep on the island, so maybe we're not gonna do that."
That's hilarious.
No, it was shale oil.
Fish oil. Oh, ew.
Yeah. Elizabeth screwed with Boxer nonstop, so that's why all those clips look like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. That's hilarious.
Anybody have any
Yeah.
more questions for Gob? Because I'm still out. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's hilarious.
It's about the peeping thing. Like you definitely used it hardcore. And I
Yeah.
was kidding when I started it. I mean, everyone knows about that, I think. Did you expect that to like blow up like that? Because I know it was a misunderstanding at the auction, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding. So actually, what I don't remember what went down actually that made that misunderstanding.
So because I've watched it a couple times.
Right.
I set up the board because I needed more events, and you had a hole in your hut.
Uh-huh.
So I put it on the board, and then when you were at the auction, you said,
He used to peep a lot.
you said something like, I could allow you to do some Ossas peeping or something like that. And then Luna said, okay. She put a number on it. She was like 5 or 8 or something Ossas peepings.
Right. Yeah.
Because she misunderstood what you said. So she put a number on it,
Yeah.
and then it became a currency.
For sure. Yeah. About the whole currency. All right, I get you. So yeah, I had no idea it would kind of blow up like like it did. I thought the whole Ossas peeping was fun. I remember what I said now. I was trying to give free, like for free.
Oh, free, right.
Yeah. Free Ossas peepings, but when I was using the whole Ossas accent thing, let's see if I can't do it again, see if it comes out weird. I could use like 3 Ossas. Three Ossas peepings.
Yeah,
it kind of sounds like 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah, so
okay.
Face 7.5 Ossas peeping. So yeah, so yeah, I kind of overused it a little bit because I thought it was really funny, the whole misunderstanding thing, like 3 Ossas peepings instead of free. And then it became Ossas pee because of Flutter, and then just went downhill from there.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny for sure.
We talked about
I had no idea
your future characters and how you wanted to join the boys. And Renegade wants to know if you're gonna stay solo next time or you want to like group up.
Ooh, I don't know. I had a lot of fun being a solo character. It's like when you say solo, well, at least I think when you say solo character, I think a person that is basically secluded on their island and don't really interact.
Right.
That's not my concept of solo character.
Right.
When I played a solo character, but I was all over the place talking to a lot of people. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I haven't played on a group yet. Let's disconsider the 2 days in Sleepless, because that doesn't count.
Yeah, no.
Didn't even get to tour the island. Like,
Oh, you didn't? Oh man.
I did. Yeah, I remember you saying something about like
the Sleepless Island was beautiful.
Sex dungeon, I guess.
Yeah.
What's up with those sex dungeons, dudes?
I don't know. Mine was a joke. It was an adult fun room, for the record.
The one on the Sleepless Island is real?
No, it's an adult fun room is what it's called. But yes,
adult fun room.
Right.
That's an interesting name for it.
I played solo just like you played solo, and I think it's the way to play solo. If you're looking to talk to people and explore and stuff, I think that having one small place, also like Renegade sort of played, except she wasn't solo, and then just cruising around and making like interactions all over the place, I think that's the best way to go if you're alone. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, you're totally right. I had the most fun when I was like sailing around and meeting new people.
Mhm.
I guess I don't have anything to compare to, but I'm guessing being in a group is going to gimp my freedom to roleplay as I want for the most part.
Right.
It depends on the group. Yeah, Sleepless were amazing.
Agree.
Loved everybody there. And also Superior, it's fine. I thought it was hilarious. I laugh at stuff every time. So it's all right. It's all right. It was good for I died. So it's cool. You don't have to apologize on behalf of your company or whatever. It's fine. So yeah, the curse gave him was hilarious. That one, everything I did like ritual wise or whatever after the curse was like written down, prepared beforehand.
Yeah,
the curse was totally in the song, the words, the whole thing was totally improv, and I was like, man, that's I really want to see how that went, because I that was totally improv. But yeah, I don't know if I'm actually, I do know right now I am planning on joining a group start of next season, but I don't know how far I can go into detail without it being a spoiler to them, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
Right.
Not to them, a spoiler of them.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. Go on. I don't think I have anything else to say about this.
They're having two different discussions, but I think the thing about large companies versus small companies is that, like, or solo, as we call it, the thing you're expecting with a large company like the Navy, and why everyone thinks it's like landlocked and all that stuff, is that so much of your time is spent giving the story to other people and having the story walk up into your face, where you're talking like all the time and you're doing things all the time. And when you're solo or small time, you kind of have to go and search for it. So it's this balance between sailing and finding something completely new, or having the same sort of thing consistently. You know what I mean? So I think that's the trade-off there. Yeah. And then they're talking about the Paxton thing.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that he told Paxton told Chris told me he was doing like stuff with the curse has been affecting his character and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a nice RP inducer. Let's say. But yeah, the whole solo and company thing, I still am really curious about life in the Navy.
Yeah, me too.
I think it must have tons of role play, because like tons of oops, I bumped my microphone. Try not to do that. So people bumping into each other all the time, like stories developing, people, growing up, either both an individual, like I'm assuming you go up the hierarchy, right? You don't join as a recruit and you stay as a recruit
Maybe.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I just keep imagining like a couple people join the Navy at the same time and then they grow up and recruits, sailors just have this friendship going on and things happening to them. So I don't know. In theory, it sounds really cool. I don't know in practice. That's why I really wanted to join the Navy, but Ossas does not fit in the Navy at all. Like he needs his ceremonial clothing or whatever. He's a shaman. He's not useful in game, like gameplay wise at all, pretty much. I think the only thing he was like completely specialized in was like hand-to-hand combat because I like the concept of it, and because of the gift Mythicles gave. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the Navy split off and created their own character because they had those tight bonds, or not character, company, and then a lot of companies that wanted to sort of continue playing together joined the Navy to stay together. So I think that's cool. I also agree that I could never put Boxster into the Navy, even though everyone kept saying, put him in the Navy, he's there all the time, because there's a couple reasons. Boxster was originally designed, like I said in the last interview, to make maps, and so his whole goal was going to look at stuff. He had only the talents and skills that allowed you to see farther and look farther and climb higher. Those were his skills. And then he couldn't do that in the Navy. Like there's no way you can just sail away and go look at stuff. And then also, when bad things happen, he makes terrible decisions. So,
I can't really imagine Boxster not using a map and just like going by the islands and stuff.
Yeah,
joining the Navy. Like, can you imagine Boxster as a captain for the Royal Navy? That
like,
would
I think it's over here.
It's so funny.
No, you're wrong. Yeah, they never come back. They have to like start a new little company somewhere because they can't make it back.
I'm not gonna put these bits in my butt.
Yeah,
Hi, D.
Pretty hilarious.
Thank you, Ray Ormy.
For sure.
And hello. Oh snap. Oh man. Oh, what I asked Renegade, who do you think I should try and interview? I have an insanely long list, and there's no way that I'll ever make it through even the list that I have. But do you have people that you'd like interviewed, or?
I think I helped that already during last interview with Renegade. I think I was in chat typing.
Yeah.
But let's see if I remember more people. Now I think
the current list I'll give you if you want.
All right.
I'll just hit their character names because this,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Godiva already, Magoo, Mythicles, Bernard, Elizabeth, you, Sigvaldir or Val, Jackaroo, Dr. Wells, Skippy, Avo, who's
Skippy. Oh, I want to see an interview with Skippy.
Like, yeah, I know.
ASAP as possible.
All right, I'll put that next on the list. Skippy, if you're free in like 30 minutes, I'm here. Avo,
back to back.
Mira, and Agnes. Yeah, I could do multiple interviews, I think. Yeah, also interviewing Magoo would be dope. Lamp is Magoo. So
I haven't seen Magoo. Who's Magoo?
So Magoo is he's this character who he's not dumb, but he's like very he's a savant. That's what we were calling him, right?
A savant.
Sort of like on the cusp or whatever of normalcy or something, but
right, I got you.
He's all about explosions, and he's like Skippy if Skippy was slower and blowing junk up along the way, I think. Every time we met, he was like happy and fun, and he's the one who got me all the bombs for my the birthday, the explosion at the birthday.
Right.
Yeah, he's just all over the place all the time. He probably played way too much. But yeah, he was always around. You knew him because he had like they keep saying, a big bomb on his belly. He blew himself up at ladies' night one time, on accident or on purpose, unclear. Yeah, Kindred killed him, and there's this clip somewhere in clips where he's like flying past on a grappling hook, completely white, and he's like, "I love you."
I need to see that. Can
Funny.
somebody DM that? That's
Yeah.
I need that. I need that. It's hilarious.
Anyway, he's a great character and stuff. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, see, I missed some really cool characters. Apparently, you just can't, like know them all, right? It's
Yeah.
so many people like doing so many things.
And what's interesting is when people play someone who's completely different and you don't even know they're next to you. You know what I mean? Because that happened on our island. And when I interview Mythocles, I'll definitely dive into that. But he was completely different as a character before, because all of those people on that island are so good at what they do and like how they play their character. And it's crazy that they were so good at completely different characters in the past. Like it blows my mind. So
cool.
Yeah, there's the
there you go. We got
there's the clip right there. I'm not gonna show it because
now.
It's
is
difficult.
It a problem?
Yeah, you go ahead and watch it.
I really want to watch that. All right.
This is now a React channel. Go ahead.
All right, one sec.
Well, you're still on the list, so sorry. We got him.
Oh my god. All right, that's hilarious.
It's good, right? Like that's
so
a great
good.
idea.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, so
oh man.
He was
so
that
good.
kind of character. Yeah. Also pro level, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way, Shrimps, there's no way we can't interview you, because there's probably 600 hours of you and I bickering together. There's no way that they can go back and watch all that time to see what happened. So, gotta do the interview.
I've watched a little bit of, Boxer and Elizabeth back and forth. Like,
yeah,
bickering. It was so fun.
When
like these two characters, like they
yeah,
had so much to interact with them.
Yeah. When I originally made his voice after the event that created him, I was so mad that I didn't want to talk to anyone, so it made him really slow and stuff. But I thought, okay, if he can talk to enough people and enough stuff goes right, then he'll start talking faster and faster, and he'll get more emotional or whatever. So
yeah.
Shrimps, Edward, Croc, and probably Declan are the only people that I tried to move away on purpose from Boxster's very sad, very slow, whatever, because they were around all the time. So those are the only people. Yeah, Stanley, but Stanley was always out. So those were the only people that like really saw, at least as far as I could do, Boxster talk in a different way, talk faster, all of that junk. So yeah.
Right.
Oh, and
cool.
One time when I was being pirated. One time. But yeah.
All right.
That's neat. I don't really have anything else. So yeah, thanks for being here. There are more interviews hopefully coming.
Oh yeah.
Let me hit these, I guess, real quick, because this is a stream. Thank you, Rickshot, Kel, Ripchan, Duckmonger for the follows, Ray Ormy for the bits, and of course, Monkey Eden for the bits. Also, some of you who are streamers, I've watched you stream. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know. You got anything else?
No, I don't think so. I'm completely sure I'm just gonna, turn off and like go, I don't know, do something else, and then it's gonna down on me like, oh damn it, I should have asked that.
Should have said this. Yeah,
I know it's gonna happen.
yeah.
So I shouldn't resist. So yeah.
that's what I was thinking after I finished with Renegade. I was like, oh man, I should have asked all these like deep questions about because she knew so much about RP and like she's so experienced in junk, but I just
yeah, for sure.
I just missed it. So it's whatever,
It's fine. It's gonna happen no matter. We could be here for 8 hours straight, and there would be still questions like you remember just after you turn off stream. So it's gonna happen. So it's fine.
That's true. Is anyone streaming from Darkside and doing Darkside things? I
guess let's last water time.
Hey, drink.
Hey. Whoa. Holy snap.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Now we have to listen
Flutter
to that
with the
5
gifts.
times. Thank you for the 5 gifts. Thank you very much.
Hey. Whoa. Holy snap. Thank you so much.
What's
Yeah,
the
that's
sound alert
true.
for that one?
What?
What's the sound alert for
It
that one?
goes.
Hey.
Whoa. Holy
Holy
Alright,
snap.
yeah,
Thank
that's
you
another
so
Thank you so
much.
much. Hey. Whoa.
Hi, person off screen.
Holy snap.
Person off screen.
Thank you so much.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah, of course. I thought my doggo would come in.
Hey. Whoa. Holy snap. Thank you so much.
Well, it happened near the end, so hey.
Yeah, that's good. Vernsey streaming. I didn't originally like Vernsey because we had a weird interaction, or not we did. He had a weird interaction when I first saw him.
Wait.
Yeah.
What? Nope. All right. Hi.
This is Gobtube's finger. In a world where only Gobtube's finger exists, some things are yellowish, some things are purple.
Hey, I have no idea how that messed up the webcam. Oh, it's good. It's fine.
All right.
We're already done anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I like Vernsey a lot now. The first time I watched, I did not. But, I mean, you got to give people more than one chance, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, see what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah.
There's one thing I'd like to address. Palms sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. So have you ever? I think I'm turning the interview on you
Yeah,
a little
cool.
bit. But have you ever like prepared something that most people wouldn't know about, like behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So, first off, I'm new. I keep saying that because I want people to know that I don't know what I'm doing. I am new to RP.
Doesn't look like it.
I know it doesn't look like it. That's very flattering. Thank you so much. The maps that I was doing were like the legitest thing I could possibly make last chapter.
For sure.
And I streamed them all because I wanted people to know they were legit. So I would sit here for like hours and just run across the island and look at stuff and then pull out my compass, draw it, go to the next thing, right? So it wasn't really like prep work out of RP because I was RPing the entire time, but like when I would draw them in person, the only people who really knew was Declan and Elizabeth because they had been to the stream before. So Declan is the only person who ever bought a map or paid for a map or cared about a map or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I made that one bigger than the others. It was 2 canvases. It didn't really work out, but that is or was a legit map. I still have it, the pieces somewhere, of course, because we save all of our junk. I think it'll be interesting to see how the art that we make is incorporated like in the future, because I don't know if it was you or someone else, but like when something is there that some people know. Oh, I think it was the red dicks backdoor thing. Some people are going to know that that's from the pudding thing, right? But some people aren't going to understand, and they're going to say, oh yeah, this is just a name. I think it's really interesting that there's art all around us in the game that we don't know the backstory of, but we can still appreciate, and then someone's going to walk by and go, wow, that's from whatever. Oh,
yeah.
That did happen to me.
All right.
We went to Zoe or something's house, some Atlantean or somebody, I don't know, and they had this room full of art, and I didn't care about any of it, even though it was good art, because like it's someone else's art, you know, whatever. But there was one picture of this shipwreck, and it was the exact one that was on the island north of where Croc and I were all the time. And I sailed past it over and over and over, going to see Croc, and like would explore it and all that junk. And it was so cool to see it in a place that I had never seen that shipwreck before, you know, the island or whatever. It was really cool to see it and be like, I need this painting. Like, I need this painting, please. And then I started putting up everywhere because it was like so good. It's so legit. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. These small references that don't really affect the role play at the moment.
Right.
But it, for those people who know out of character where that comes from, that's like a nice feeling for sure. There is, speaking of, you know, like prep, so you know the ritual of soul binding, or what I called it, that I did to Godiva's soul and shit. So I had the sentences in Swahili,
right,
translated to Swahili, so I could, you know, speak. But I also have the whole thing in English, and they're all like cohesive, you know, actual prayers that I came up with. So all of these, I let me see if I can show you. It's on my phone right now, so I don't know. It's right. I can't. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's inverted, so whatever. But there, you can see like there are the symbols corresponding to each spirit, and there's the English part and the Swahili part down.
Wow.
So there's meaning to all of that shit. It's not like just, you know, me typing random, you know, words and stuff, and seeing like how it comes out in Swahili. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Most people won't actually know that what those things mean, because I did, you know, do the prayers in Swahili, but in English they all mean like each spirit has like a meaning that it is correlated to a certain extent to what we were doing to Godiva's soul.
Right.
So yeah, nobody's ever gonna see that unless, you know, you really want to. I guess I could share. But it's like a prep work that I did that it's not going to be appreciated for the most part, right? So
but
I think that's quite cool.
If you put one of those symbols up on a tiny like painting somewhere, like let's say it was on a free port or whatever, people would walk past that, and some people would be like, that's a weird symbol, and the rest of us would be like, oh my gosh, that is so insane.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really cool junk. Also, when you were doing that, I was like, please don't be a real prayer. Please don't actually summon anything. Please don't like crush the server somehow, voodoo wise or shamanism wise or whatever. I was like, please don't be real.
Yeah, no, that was all made up. Although the symbols I took from the internet, it's like some cloth thing. It's also African, so yeah.
You summon chickens.
Yeah, we need to address that as well. So for sure, the Kraken fight. So I went to the Kraken fight without, you know, much expectations. I've never done the Kraken fight. I had no idea what was going down. So yeah. So I
I'm
was there
watching you
just
watch
for
me.
like gimmicks
And I
and
like it.
prayers and shaman stuff, right? So Flutter was there because she was going to summon the Kraken, right?
Right.
So I started, praying for the chicken spirit or something. I don't remember the details. And then like Flutter started raining chicken on the ship, and I was like, "Yes, the ritual works. Let's sacrifice the chicken to the great chicken spirit." And I think who was it? I think it was Agnes and
Agnes. Yeah.
yeah, Agnes. Yeah, I screwed the name up again. And who was it again? Shit, I'm so sorry. I forgot the name of the other person that was there. But they were like, "What? I didn't believe before, but now I'm a believer." And I was laughing the whole time. It was so fun. It's such a
That's
great
awesome.
RP mode. Yeah,
All
for sure.
all of my God communication or whatever was always just me by myself when it happened, and I would tell people afterwards like, "This is what happened, I swear," and they would never believe me. But
Yeah.
at least we had the murder palace so that I could be like, "Do you remember the murder palace?"
I'm watching you watch me.
And I
It's
like
real.
it.
So yeah.
Right.
We didn't call you crazy. I just didn't really trust Jimmy.
Well, Ossas would never call you crazy for believing in magic. He's a
Right,
shaman, so I
right.
mean,
Ah,
but yeah,
I
that
might
was
have.
such a good moment.
I might
That
have.
was such a good moment. I did let's see. So the rituals I did. So I guess let's go ahead and say that there was a curse. We already went over the curse with Paxton and stuff. But there was, Vladka's story, like storyline she was doing. I'm not 100%, on her backstory. I just know that she was sick and then she became like a zombie vampire kind of
Right.
character. I have no idea. But in the meanwhile that she was sick, Ossas met her at the Sleepless Island. Not the Sleepless, the Storywise Island, because I was there to visit. Because Cornelius invited Ossas to visit, so he went there like twice or thrice.
Mhm.
But Cornelius was never there, so I couldn't, actually meet him at his island. But I did meet Vladka, and that was the first time Ossas learned that she was sick.
Right.
And I was like, and Ossas was like, "I know a ritual of healing I could help you with." So she was like, I mean, sure, I went to a lot of places. I went to the Navy, whatever. So I tried doing the ritual of healing, and then it was up to her to decide if it worked or not. But I did also like improv prayers and stuff, but those were English. The whole like circling around the paintings and turning on and off torches.
Right.
That was also the gimmick I used for that one. So yeah, and then the other ritual I did was the Godiva one. So
Yeah.
I guess like 3 shamanic things Ossas did. Oh wait, no, there was the exorcism of Oxford at the
Right.
Navy. That
Yeah.
was hilarious too. I was like so. Oh yeah, no, of course. The thing that started it all was the resurrection ritual. The hey ya. That was completely improv as well on paint night. I was just
Yep.
like making, I was just having fun and doing like stupid shit. But I guess that was a defining moment of my character. I feel like most defining moments of my character was just stupid shit I was doing
Right.
to have fun. So yeah, that was a defining moment for sure. The exorcism of Oxford was pretty funny. I was like already late for lunch, and I was watching Nefertiti, who played Jinx at the Navy. Right, I was watching her stream, and Oxford's the guy who plays Oxford, his kid was like playing on his account and speaking through the microphone. So they played it off as like a demonic thing. I think you mentioned on the last interview, right? You did with Renegade. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get late to lunch, but I don't care. I'm just gonna log in. I'm gonna do an exorcism. That's fun. So I didn't do any prep for that, but I did an exorcism and like thankfully, when I did the exorcism, his kid logged off, or I don't know if he was logged off already. So it kind of played off as like the exorcism worked.
Right.
So there are a couple of characters that genuinely believed Ossas is magic or spirit magic or whatever, because he did a successful exorcism and he successfully like recovered a soul and summoned chickens. So that was like his 3 things that actually worked. It was so cool. Like it was all of those moments were amazing.
Yeah.
For sure.
So as with the last interview, I have to pee. But
oh, dude, look at this amount of water
no!
I drank. It was full. This.
I agree.
So yeah, I gotta pee too, dude.
But so I put Vlatka on the list because I think interviewing her would be amazing.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
a good idea. Also, while we were waiting for Luminex to destroy the mailbox and the ritual grounds, I attempted to destroy the ritual ground myself, and I used grenades, the oil jars, and flame arrows, and I didn't want to be near it, and I didn't want to hit it because, like, I don't believe in that sort of thing, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know what the
not taking any chances, right?
I don't know what the Vladka ritual actually was. So,
true.
The first painting that broke, you know how they're super loud when you break paintings. I was like, ah! But I was trying to take them down and junk. It was pretty funny. But I couldn't.
Oh, one thing as well. You interpreted the whole like Ossas being dismissive to Boxer about the ritual as like he doesn't want him near, which actually was more like, yo, I need to work on these paintings and I need to be in my head for a bit. So I'm not going to be very interactive here, buddy. So that was me trying to say that, right?
Well, so on the thing of shamanism, I just thought of another person who isn't on the list but should be. That would be Hilda. I thought it was interesting that the way Hilda did it was log out and I will do it. You know what I mean? But she RP definitely in character the whole time, and I've seen other people do that too, where they have the character. What? That was weird. Your camera just went completely black.
Yeah, I think my internet is
okay. Well, I'll just wrap it up then. But
that's fine.
The people that I've seen do magic sort of things, I think Renegade had to do the same thing. They go to sleep and then wake up and have to handle whatever has happened. And I'd never seen that before. And you definitely didn't do that except when people were like knocked out and junk. But I thought it was interesting. Like, if you're willing to do like improv RP kind of stuff and you like log out, something happens and you log back in and try and figure it out, like I think that's really cool. So
yeah, for sure. I kept like logged in for the most part because first of all, I kind of needed to test things. I wasn't really, I didn't really know how it worked, so I needed to test most of the stuff. But I did read a tutorial before doing the whole thing with paintings and stuff. Importing images. Yeah, so my webcam is going up.
Yeah.
I think it's all right. So let's wrap this up. So yeah, I like to stay like awake for the process because I could just play it off as I'm sorry, I was in deep commune with the spirits or something. So yeah,
I agree.
It's basically just it. It's just more opportunity for me to like RP something, just
I got you. Cool. Thanks for being here.
Right.
Thank you all
for having me.
For being here. I think I just motioned off the screen. There we go. Your screen. I'm not. Your screen's over there. I like I said, am gonna try and do more of these. If you're on the list already and you want to do this, I don't have anything to do right now, so I definitely want to like end them all, stop stream, have a break so I can think about the next person. But if you want to go again, let's go again. It doesn't matter to me. I also got an achievement on Twitch, which is always weird. So thank you all in chat for that. Oh, he's not doing Darkside junk anymore. All right, let me look at this list again. There is only one person. So,
well, guess where we're going.
Guess where we're going, everyone. It's...
I think I drank like 3 liters of not vodka.
Not vodka. Everyone have a great day and time and all of that stuff. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting both of us. Gobtube.
Yep.
Also streams one more time. Check him out. Yeah. Have a great day. You're wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. There you go. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, that was pretty good.